A lot of stuff is being brought up on Wemby's maturity, and it does get talked about, but not enough. You know, we always bring up the fact that, you know, he went and saw the monks. I heard him talk about that on TV, you know, and what he did with them. But like, what was your experience with your time that you spent with him this summer? You know, what was that conversation like? What was this? He's sitting down, like, what was that right there when y'all talked about? What was that conversation?
So I got a request to pull up on his workout, and when I got there, he was already done with his workout. So you see me pulling up on him. I'm funny about people having my number and shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't fuck with everybody like that, and I'm a different dude, man. So I don't be thinking that I fit with everybody. So I respect everybody and how they present themselves, and so I was kind of like, you know, because you know my time. You know, and what I'm doing is everything. You know what I'm saying? So I had enough. I really felt like this is my opportunity to be able to exchange with him. And I'm a fan of young fella. And then it was like Giannis. Giannis and I, when we played, used to have energy. I ain't gonna say it was beef and nothing, but you can feel when somebody, like I was like, what the young boy on? You know what I'm saying? So when Jason Kidd called me to come up there and work, when I was kind of shocked, right? But it felt like this. So when I pull up, man, he chilling, and I'm like, I ain't never met Wemby in my life. I don't know if he understands. I don't know if he know anything about me or what he knows or what the narrative is. You know, it's San Antonio. Them motherfuckers hate me down there. I'm talking about HATE. They don't know about. I'm the villain down there. You know what I mean? So I wasn't expecting nothing positive. If I'm being honest, I thought, you know, they paint you to be, you know. But when I sat down with him, man, he's super smart, P. Super smart, super intel. He doesn't answer anything fast. He thinks about everything that you're saying. And then it came a point where we was talking basketball. I didn't get to train. I didn't get to get him on the court. He was working out on a football field doing some agility work that coming from the gym. And then he had a whole day. And then we just talked. On some mentor, on some big bro shit, you know what I'm saying? And then as I was talking to him, P, I was talking to him through something. You know how I get when I get with certain shit, because he was asking about, you know, like what am I looking at when I'm attacking? And so I take him through all this process. And when two basketball players talk basketball, you'll see the room kind of fade out, and those two are probably going to, like, you know what I'm talking about, P. We went into that realm. Lord, as I'm talking to him, man, he fade out. I'm looking at him, I'm hollering at him, I'm talking. You know, I talk with energy. So I'm talking with energy. Now I feel myself sweating. I'm in some shorts, but it's hot. But so, you know, I'm talking to him like, yeah, nigga, you going in, fuck that layup shit, nigga, you going in. And now, you know, as I'm saying that, no, he was like this. He was not looking at me. He was hearing me, and he was just doing this. Almost like he was listening to headphones. Yeah. And yeah, we was tapping into that. Yeah, he was on some like, yeah. And like, I like how you approach the game. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like the whole time on some bop shit, Lord. You hear me? Like on some, like he already had an idea of how he want to come into the season, and then he went to go see the monks for something totally other than basketball. And when I put all that together, I saw what he was building. Not to give no insight on what he owned. But I saw it. I was like, okay. And if someone would have taught me control, chaos, I would have probably been a better, younger player. But you know, Lord, I'm coming in from, you know, School of Hard Knocks, and I gotta earn my stripes. So I had to have fuck you. I had to tape. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. His motion is a little different, and I like that he's controlled chaos, but he's very smart, very high IQ, and that's what I took from him.
You know, when I watch him now and I think about his journey in the summertime.
He went and worked with Dream, too. With Dream. Him and Dream got on the joint.
So he worked with Dream, and he worked with Jamal Crawford. So that was like a basketball thing. You know, he came to you, and that was a conversation to where it's like, damn, I want to just see what type of mentality that KG brought, you know, to the game. So I'm gonna take that. Boom, give me that.
You see what he building, Pete?
Give me that. I'm building, and now I'm gonna go to the monks to just kind of figure out my discipline, my control.
How do I control this
I'm
fire?
looking at all these things that he went, and it was calculated. You know what I'm saying?
When you got the pieces. If he didn't tell you he worked with Dream, or if he didn't tell you he worked with the Monks, this puzzle would be all over the place. It's because we know the pieces, and now we see it. When he came there and shot the Steph Curry 3P, that was the Monks. Like, you know what, fuck that. I'm finna pull this motherfucker. He was on some P shit. Damn. And I see Lord come down, damn, I'm finna dagger these niggas.
And when he dunked on Chet, he might have thought about
it. Man, fuck this nigga, this nigga ain't shit, nigga. Lord, I saw it.
Yeah.
I saw him before, and then I saw him after. And you recognize your shit. If nigga out here doing something you did, you'll be like, oh yeah, I used to. So, you know, it's grace, man. Because the younger generation can take what you give to them, and they can use it on how they would use it. And that's what he's doing.
You know, I mean, you know, I don't see a lot of the great players doing that.
Doing what?
Like, we did it, I think, you know, as players, but like in this newer generation,
doing what?
They're like Wemby is going to former players, getting some game from them.
Oh yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
A lot of players don't want to ask another player for nothing.
It's like I don't see that enough. Like, you know, these young players can use some game from retired players, or like, you know, like say Ant-Man was like, man, I need to go holler at Jordan. Just let me see what kind of, or let me go holler at, you know, whoever it is, Vince Carter, team of somebody that just played this position that AI. You know what I'm saying? I don't really hear too much about the stars.
You gotta be his position. You gotta be a motherfucker who can relate to them. When I talked to Ant, bro, we connected on some. First off, man, my family is from Georgia. I have a bunch of Garnetts and stuff that's from LaGrange, Georgia. He telling me he know. I was saying shit that I did as a kid that he know exactly that's their park, that's where they hoop at. Oh yeah, I know them, boo. So we was on some like home team shit. You know what I'm saying? I was like, word. And then we got into like, and we tapped into mentality.
Yeah.
Lord, a lot of this shit ain't really on the court. A lot of this shit is between the ears. Then I'm hollering down like, you come down on double teams, and then he give me some jazz in. Now I shoot over double team. Okay, cool. You can do that every time, but when you got Nas Reed who can shoot threes, then I start going through it. You got a guy like Cat, because Cat and him was at the same time when we were talking at Sprite commercial.
Yeah.
So these young boys, they don't know how to initiate to go talk to Uncle P. Now, Uncle P in the club, and I can go, now that's when I go, hey, Uncle P, what's up, dog? Hey, I want to work out with you. And you be like, hey, dog, hey, this guy a G, dog. You know, you get on your, I'm saying this to say, they don't know how do I get KG on the phone? And if so, they say, this nigga aggressive. I don't know how to talk to no. Let me have my mom or dad talk to him. It's more of that. Or let me have the agent or the assistant or the coach talk. That's really what I'm getting. But these young players, they want it, P. They just don't know how to initiate it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Zion, when I spoke to Zion, I seen Zion down in Australia. Man, you know, he home team, Spartanburg. I'm Green was all like, what's up, home team? Man, he was like, man, Joe, come fuck with me in the summer, man. I was like, yeah, man, just let me know. Yeah. But I also think these young boys think you got time to be able to just pull up and chill with them. I ain't no babysitter. If you want to get in the gym and work, I can do that. But I ain't here to chill with you, young fella. You know what I'm saying? You got a young life and doing what you do. I'm a whole grown man, you know, with a family and all type of shit. So, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
But yeah, anytime, I've always been available, but I am not free. You know what I'm saying? I'll tell you that right now. This knowledge I can give you, dog. Yeah, I got a real business with sharing my knowledge and shit. But yeah, just sitting back, chopping with a young fella, I do that all day, man.
Yeah.
But yeah, I ain't finna sit with you and chill and get to know your mom and your family. You want me to meet your aunts and your auntie and your cousin. I ain't gonna do all that.
Right.
On some real shit. But it is needed. It is needed. I think it should be. I just heard Melo talking about he wanted to work with Ant-Man.
And
he wants to work with Paolo. I think that's great.
Right.
Yeah. P, you should work, man. I tell you this, man. You and JT in the gym, you and Jason Tatum, you and Tatum play a lot. You got a bunch of shit I think you can give him, bro. You should definitely tap into that, bro. You into that? You into developing the shit?
Yeah, I wouldn't mind giving some game, you know, but like me, I'm not the one reaching out. You know what I'm saying?
No, I know you. You're not going to initiate.
They got to seek it out.
Oh, no. That's not your place, though, bro. You don't go in.
Like, you need some help?
Yeah,
Like,
no.
No. You know what? You know what you'll do though? You'll pull up and watch a nigga work out, and JT
Yeah, I
like, yo,
will.
I'm working out at Leo Miramar. Pull up, P.
Yeah, I will do that.
Yeah,
for
that's
sure.
what I'm saying. Then
I
he'll
did
ask-
that a couple summers. That summer they came back and won the chip. I watched a lot of their workout.
You should do that, man. It's a lot of knowledge I feel like you got that you can actually share.
For sure.
Not even from a scores perspective. It's more of IQ, P.
Yeah, for
You know
sure.
what I'm saying? I noticed that you can score anywhere on the court, but when it came down to getting to your spots, no, let me get this. That way I got my A and my B. I got to step back.
Yeah.
Nigga ain't thinking like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Motherfuckers is almost like, if a defense is playing you a certain way, bro, you got to go with what's going on. I can't try to get to some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's needed, man.
Yeah, definitely.